Yay-Z, you know the chop. Ayazahab. Badness no sad. Let me tell you how the badness steer. Dopey bad fly when the Glock display. Tell a boy say no try box this face. Back switch face. You know how your blood clot casket stay, boy. You must see one Baptist prayer. When the map stick raise that big straight. Shot misplaced. The key them in your head stop misbehaved. Crack his face. The key never tell us so we lock this place. Which locksmith anyway watch this place. War with them bunny like plastic plate. Hey, we don't play around. When you see the UPK around, we bring the fucking AK around. AR-15s and AR rounds. We don't play around. When you see the UPK around, we bring the fucking AK around. AR-15s and AR rounds. We no take drape up. We no take beat up, we no stay up. And when the next day come, we no change up. Man, I act them bad as them wake up. Take care, boss boy, head top shake up. So tell a pussy well don't violate us. No care where you status, where you take up. Every man a killer till miss a dead face you straight up. Great stuff, one Westling bigger than NATO. Man we bust it to NATO. Only man we afraid of, that are the creator, the maker. Hey, we don't play around. When you see the UPK around, we bring the fucking AK around. AR-15s and AR rounds. We don't play around. When you see the UPK around, we bring the fucking AK around. AR-15 and AR rounds. AR-15s and AR rounds. AR-15s and let me tell you how the badness steer. Dopey bad fly when the Glock display. Tell a boy say no try box this face. Back switch face. You know how your blood clot casket stay, boy. You must see one Baptist prayer. When the map stick raise that lick straight. Shot misplaced. The teeth them in your head stop misbehave. Crack his face. The key never tell us so we lock this place. Which locksmith anyway watch this space. War with them bunny like plastic plate. We don't play around. When you see the UPK around, we bring the fucking AK around. AR-15s and AR rounds.
All jokes aside, you know how niggas be like, I'm this and that for life, this and that for life. I'm on West for life, nigga, this a blood oath. Hey, yo, Madara, here go a class for you, my nigga. 140 for the rebel. The world turned its back on me. I'm a cripple. We got soldiers, he got soldiers, but I got different ones. Ain't no way out, I'll tell you once. Don't pray for nothing, sin and curse. We can't forgive what's forbidden. Remain in them trenches. Trust in the Lord, but please forgive me for the times that I didn't. If rank is given, have your respect to your apprentice. Be about your business. This loyalty's a death sentence. Look, trying to pick up with a blind field. They said there'll be many mansions. I'm just grinding for my time share. Them devils ain't playing fair. They hunt you like Van Pelt, but ain't no getting out the game like Jumanji. You take that oath, it's a Dundee. Try to deal death to a priest, you won't make it out in one piece. So you can stand, just make sure you got the heart. Say your name 3 times, then it's death do us part. No. So how you feel about this truth I done shown you? This ain't the life you think, little nigga, I should want. Even your own people go this zone. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Ain't no more guessing, ain't no more questions. Make sure my election till I'm tucked away like George Jetson. Murder for capital, now it's murder at the Capitol. The world in amazement, we like fuck 'em, raise it, raise it. I pity those watching life as it go by. Be giving mercy in this life, I don't know why. In pub smoke, never try to. The dead at home, my brother be the dead, it's all I don't. Either fold or salute, my nigga. Salute, my nigga. They like, how you stay focused? I told them I'm motivated cause of you, my nigga. Brotherhoods and weapons, still got weapons on the scene. And I never do my niggas like Bishop did Raheem. Never mind in all beliefs, they under anesthesia. Shorty say she need me, said she wanna let that love go. Told I let that love grow. But if I bring you to my bed, that's a blood oath. Know what it is, man. So How you feel about this truth I done shown? This ain't the life you think, little nigga. I should want. Even your own people gon' disown. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Yeah, yeah.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
You see, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white man. Need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that. Let bygone be. Boy, ask you to stop and ask you to profit. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I tell you once, won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up for parole. Because of the COVID, it feel like the host in this world, it don't go together. Know that it's gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settle. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and know boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, young, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to I would step, I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go. I ain't taking no loss, ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep it slave. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high. Got your baby pass through the fire. Ask you the prophets, that baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? If devil will failure, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
ISUPK presents Ask Ye the Prophets weekly podcast.
Every race in the movie.
We are not the trust. We are not the trust your president, and we are not the trust the other.
Send in your questions to askyetheprophets@gmail.com or Ask Ye the Prophets on Facebook. And your questions will be answered live every Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shalom.
He's speaking of his own. The white man made himself be the Egyptians and the Israelites. And the virgins. Every race in the movie.
Dear Lord, I hope you hear my prayers. Because we really, really need you down here. From all the pain that we going through. We know that you're real, so can you fall through? Father, have mercy when we call on you.
far you say you?
About 5 minutes. I raise my children up to say the same shit. Dear Lord, I hope you hear my prayers, because we really, really need you down here. From all the pain that we going through, we know that you're real, so can you fall through? Father, have mercy when we call on you, but I just wanna fall on you, to show the devils you ain't nothing to play with. I raise my children up to say the same shit.
Yeah. Go ahead. Come on, West. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Look, I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Man, this shit is too easy. I'm on gold, but they don't believe me. You know I'm winning with the team. Screaming Vinny, 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 Vigi. Hear them devils screaming out bloody murder. I'm about to close the curtain. I'm on my grind, bitch, and work. Sorry, all them lies, it ain't working. Them niggas weak, they be churching. I'm a West nigga, that's for certain. If he cross the line, I'ma back up and I'ma hit his ass with this virus. And I come through 300 strong, 144 Leonidas. All my niggas, we eatin'. I'm in this bitch with the itis. Say, all y'all do the sweet. They all do the sweet. If a nigga made the wrong move, he make his ass out the league. He ain't one of us hit the league. He ain't one of us here preach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Look, I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat.
You see this look that's on my face, bitch? I'm for real with it. I hit the streets, put on my cleats, was in the field with it. You soft as cotton, just an actor, Uncle Phil with it. And then my target's on the move, but I can still hit it. Hey, I speak true cause it's necessary. Gullah Jack revolutionary. Cold on them like January. Commander General is a visionary. Soul food, no sweets. Your preacher man, he's sweet. Matter of fact, he weak. It's wartime for peace. Think you hard, nigga, you ain't. Fuck with us, nigga, you can't. You smart cars, we tanks. We form up in ranks. We body bag this rap shit. All black, no bright shit. Real life, no cap, bitch. Fall on them, that's cap shit.
I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Go ahead.
Most High in Christ, Most High in Christ. Shalom, shalom, Akwakim. Welcome to another episode of Ask Ye the Prophet. Shout out to Ayazah, you know what I'm saying, with that rocking track we just played, man. Akkad Abarai, of course, always putting it down. You understand? Hey, 2 weeks away from Chicago, man. Fire weekend. Y'all get ready. Do it up, man. Make all your plans. Today we're gonna I'm gonna get into a few stories that's going on right now to always keep in mind and show who our oppressor is. That's our job in these last days, and we've been doing this since 1969. You understand? We remind our people who the enemy is, because if not, we would just love our enemies. As they murder us, we try to love them even more. So we got to remind ourselves, remind our people who the enemy is, who to blame for all of our depression, all of our problems, all of our poverty. We need a finger to point. And instead of fighting each other and blaming each other for it, there's a real live enemy out there that caused all of this. You understand? And the ISUPK, we're going to keep you focused. Let's go to that first one with the innocent brother who spent 37 years. When you get a minute, we're going to go into this, man, because time and time again, and all of us have heard it before, but I bring it out just to know, let you remind you, it's still happening. It's still happening, no matter what president you have, no matter what governor you have, no matter what's going on in your government. America, Democrat or Republican, you know, whatever your party affiliation is, they still murder us. You understand? They don't stop murdering us. And your president doesn't stop them, Joe Biden, from Donald Trump, even Barack Obama. They don't stop these things from happening, man. Why? Because they don't care enough. Do they have the power? Yeah. The president got the power to do a lot of things. Donald Trump showed you what could be done with the power that you have being president. And he wasn't scared to exercise that power. He did it. Now they mad. They trying to get him for a ton of things. They ain't got it yet. And he's still rich as hell. And he still got half the country behind him. You understand? And he wasn't scared to wield that power. You understand? But Joe Biden, these Democrats and all of them, they don't love you enough to wield that power. They could stop the police from doing what they're doing. They could stop it tomorrow. They could stop it today. They could put a federal order. They could replace all of the police within days, man. They could replace them. They could put new initiatives in where they will be arrested for a long, long time. You understand? If they violate the rules, if they lie on report, if they found to have framed anyone, man, they can be punished. It can happen. They have the power, but they don't exercise that power because they just don't care enough. They don't care enough. Guess what they'll give you? They'll give you Juneteenth so you can go cook out and be happy. Now get away from me, nigga. We give you enough. We give you enough. One white man's a government official, said we gave them reparations in the form of Barack Obama. We don't owe them anything. That's what he said. That's what the devil said in the interview, man. You understand? These people don't care about us enough to make any real change. You got to remember that. You got it? Oh, God.
Innocent black man who spent 37 years in prison, now free after witness admits to lying.
So now, they locked this brother up over a witness. You understand? They had a witness who said one thing, and this brother went to jail. Been in jail 37 years from a witness. Why? Because we poor, and we don't have enough money to afford the attorneys you need to expose the lie, to really put in a good court, a good case in court, man. We don't have the money to buy the type of attorney you need to where the judge will respect them. They throw any old the public defender or whoever at us, and the judge don't respect them guys because they have idiots fresh out of school, bumbling, you understand, pissing the judge off. You understand? When the judge see them coming with you, they know what they're dealing with. They're like, okay, they want this one to go down. He going down. Judge might get a little payoff in the back end. Y'all remember the judges getting paid. I think they still getting paid for convictions, man, keeping the prisons full. The prisons still got contracts with the state to keep them full. So hell, they got to have help. Them judges got to keep the prisons full. The state is going to require it because they got a contract to keep the prisons full. So this brother, 37 years he's in jail because of a witness. Go ahead. And then they find out the witness was lying. Read.
Walter Forbes, an African-American man who was wrongly convicted and had served 37 years of his life sentence, is now free following the confession of the star witness, Anise Kimbrough. She has admitted to lying in her previous testimony.
Some old Edomite woman lied on her brother again. And yeah, they got a million excuses. She lied and ruined this brother's life, man. White women been doing this to us forever. Read on.
In 1982, Forbes was convicted of arson and murder after Kimbrough's false statements linked him to a crime he did not commit.
She lied and tied him to the crime. Listen to what happened. Go ahead.
Court documents from an evidentiary hearing in February 2020 stated that Kimbrough was intimidated into doing so by two local men who knew her from around the neighborhood and who had threatened to harm her and her family if she did not inclement Mr. Forbes.
So why did you lie, Miss Kimbrough? Why would you do this and commit this travesty? There were a couple of guys in my neighborhood that I knew that scared me and threatened my family. So I had to lie and ruin this black man's life. This is what they do to blacks and Hispanics, man. Black and brown people, they do this. They lie. They keep us in those prisons, man. And the real murderer, the real criminal, gets away. Gets away. Why? Because he's a good old boy. He's an American. Listen to what happened. Go ahead.
Honorable Khan. The case rooted in an incident on July 11, 1982, wherein Forbes broke up a bar fight and was shot by Denise Hall. The next day,
So listen to this. This brother, not only was he innocent, in jail and innocent, but he's the type of brother that'll stop a fight, man. They fighting in the damn club, in the bar, and he tried to break it up. And as a result of breaking up this fight, he gets shot. He gets shot. He's a victim, trying to be the good guy. Go ahead.
Honorable Khan. The next day, Hall was killed in a fire at his apartment.
And so the next day, the guy that shot him happened to die in a fire in his apartment. Go ahead.
Honorable Khan. Kennebrew then testified that Forbes and two other men burnt down Hall's apartment.
So now she lied as a witness, saying that this brother and some other guys burned down the apartment. And so, in essence, causing this guy to be killed in the fire. Go ahead.
Honorable Khan. Kennebrew decided to admit that she lied in her testimony in 2017. It was found that the owner of the apartment burned it down to get insurance money.
Listen to that. Listen to that. Because some rich bastard, he want to cash in on his property, probably to get more properties, and to get this one fixed up. He cashed in on his property, and a brother got to go to jail for it. A brother got to go to jail for it. You understand? Because some broad lied. Because she was threatened. Because she was threatened, man. More, please?
Oh, it's a little more.
Go ahead.
Making him responsible for Hall's death. The owner was convicted of the arson, but was not.
Listen to this. The owner, the one who burnt down that building, he eventually was convicted of setting the place on fire. Read.
Honorable Khan. But was not officially incriminated in Hall's death.
But was not incriminated in Hall's death. He didn't even get charged or incriminated for the brother being killed in the fight. Our brother spent 37 years for the arson and the murder. Come to find out, he'd been innocent all this time and always maintained his innocence. When you read in there, he always said he was innocent. You understand? They find out he's innocent. They find out that the owner of the property, he burned down the damn building to get insurance money. But again, he got a little money. He owns property. He got a few dollars. He can get the right lawyer. And he was charged for the arson, but not even charged for the murder, man. Not even charged for the murder. This is America, man. This is where we live. Shalom. He didn't even get charged for the murder. Meanwhile, we in the jail 37 years over the murder that somebody else committed. And then they find out that he set the fire and he still don't get charged for murder. What does it take to convict a white man? Right. What does it take for him to pay for his crimes, man? Are they seeing this? Are they seeing half of me? Oh, that's right. Oh, fuck. Yeah, you see the story. I got it. Right, when you pull it up, you knock me over. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, should I move over? No, you just walk up. Okay, you walk up. So are they seeing half of me? Okay. No sweat. So let's go to this next one. The next story is connected to this one. This is about another innocent man. 3 innocent black men.
Looking for gluten-free lunch options?
Read that.
Drop the grains for riced cauliflower.
3 innocent black men awarded $18 million settlement after serving 39 years in prison.
Now they in jail 39 years. 3 brothers, man. 3 brothers. And these just the ones we know about, man. There's millions of brothers in prison. Millions. And I bet it's over half of them are innocent, man. But it keeps the prison industrial complex going. It keeps it going. It keeps everybody's pockets lined. Keeps COs with jobs, wardens, court officials, all of them, the police. It keeps everybody with a job to do this to us. 3 brothers, man, in jail 39 years and didn't even do it. And then they find out they do it. They old as hell now, all of them in their 60s.
You understand? Give them $18 million like it ain't nothing. Show you how rich this country is. They throw millions of dollars out for all these wrongful convictions once they find out. They got no problem with dishing out all these millions of dollars, man. If they gave a damn about us, they spend these millions on changing the damn system. But it's so much money made off of the system. Just a little 18 million ain't nothing. All the money they made off these brothers, everybody who got paid, the economy made strong because of these wrongful convictions, that 18 million ain't nothing, man. No 18 million. It's all mathematics to our oppressor. Right. If he gonna gain and make money, he'll dish out that 18 million if it ever comes out. Imagine all the brothers that's still in there who it never comes out for. The truth never comes out. You understand? Read.
Honorable Khan. 3 men from Cleveland, Ohio, 63-year-old Ricky Jackson, 65-year-old Wiley Brigman, and 62-year-old Kwame Ajumo have been awarded a settlement for $18 million, nearly 45 years after their wrongful conviction and imprisonment in connection to a robbery and murder case in 1975.
1975, man. Ruined their lives all that time. And check out, you're going to hear why. Go ahead.
Honorable Khan. Jackson Brigman and his brother Ajumo, formerly known as Ronnie Bridgman, were then 18, 20, and 17 when they were accused and convicted for the deadly robbery of Harold Franks.
You hear that? 18 years old, 19 years old, if I'm not mistaken, and 20 years old.
Honorable Khan.
You understand? These are kids, man. Young men, fresh out of high school. Fresh out of high school age kids, man. That they want to put this on. Why? Because they know they got a long time to make some money off these brothers, man. They know they young and they're going to be in there for a long time. They're going to make some good money off of them. You understand? And they were convicted off of robbing somebody and murdering them. This is what they say that happened. Read.
Honorable Khan. They were convicted based solely on a testimony of a 12-year-old boy.
Solely. They were convicted off of the testimony of a 12-year-old boy. That's it. That's all it takes. They don't need much. All they need is one BS piece of witness or piece of evidence. It ain't got to be strong or nothing. But we can't afford to fight. We can't afford to get the lawyer to fight. And when the judge convicts you, that's that. We ain't got no money to go pay for nobody to investigate the judge, investigate these officers, to investigate that witness, and really talk to him and get to the bottom of why he's lying, or look at that evidence and really pull up the real evidence. A lot of times they have evidence that proves that we're innocent, man, and they don't even bring it into court. They don't bring it into court. Why? Because they want a conviction when it's us. That's what they want. A 12-year-old boy was able to say something and send three high school boys to prison for all this time. Read.
Honorable Khan, which eventually turned out to be false testimony.
False testimony, man. False. Go ahead.
Honorable Khan. The boy admitted that he was coerced by the Cleveland.
Listen to what the boy gonna tell you. And finally, after all this time, now he grown. Now he feel bad. Now it comes up again. The boy said he was what?
The boy admitted that he was coerced by Cleveland police to provide wrongful testimony during the trial.
He was coerced, man. Threatened and scared and threatened by the police to lie on these brothers, man.
Right.
This is how corrupt the police have always been. And even more corrupt now. They're getting more corrupt by the day. They lie on us. They frame us. They threaten people to lie on us and frame us. They falsify evidence. They falsify their reports, plant weapons on us, do everything in their power to get us in that prison, man, to hand us over to the DA. And when the DA get it, it's like a gift. Like, yeah, they're doing good. Y'all doing good, officer. Good job. Good job. Bring these people to justice. They put us before some judge who is in the same vibe. All right, what we got today? Who I'm sending up today? What little niglet boy or spick boy am I sending up today? What little wild animal black girl or Hispanic girl am I sending to jail today? Where they at? The whole system is set up against you. And then when you get to prison, next story you got. Read the next story. First, they lie on them, or pay people, or threaten people, or hurt people. They actually hurt people to lie on them. They hurt somebody to lie on you, man. You threaten them to go lie on them and lie on their reports. You understand? We ain't gonna go through it today. Commander General Hunter brought it out during his show, man. I think I read about the chief of police that put the Klan's flyer in the black police officer's jacket on his desk. And he was caught on video. He didn't know he was being recorded. He sat a KKK flyer on the black officer's desk. His jacket was on his desk. He sat it on the jacket, nice and neat and nice, walked away. And when the brother found it, asked about it, his fellow white police officers, they all laughed, like, oh, we don't know what's going on. The chief acted like he didn't know what was going on or where it's coming from. But he was caught on video, man. He was caught on video. This is how they treat us. They do all these things to get us in jail, to get us in prison, and to dehumanize us, man. Even when you're black and supposed to be their brothers in blue, right? Even the police don't respect the police. Right. They don't respect the police. It's like the military didn't respect black soldiers, man, in the early 1900s. Right. Didn't respect us. We were seen wearing a uniform, an American uniform. They didn't even want us to try to represent good old America. Because good old America ain't got nothing to do with Negroes, man, and Hispanics at all. This is the place of our oppression and captivity, and that's it. They know it, we know it. But the Christian church tries to make you forget about it. But you don't want to forget about this. Read this next story. After all the different tactics, once again, scriptures say they hunt our steps, man. And they do. They lay wait for us, man. They set snares and traps for us to try to get us in the cage of this beast. And once we in there, it ain't over then. Now we got to deal with the Klan that's in prison. Now we got to deal with the neo-Nazis and the skinheads and all the white nationalists that's in prison, along with the white nationalist COs, man, and wardens. Everything is out to get you in this place, man. Read this next story.
Ohio corrections officer arrested and charged for raping 3 inmates in 17 days.
This nasty bastard, correction officer in Ohio, they found out he was raping inmates, man. Raping them. So now you get sent to prison falsely off of some corrupt cop or judge or DA or citizen or whatever. Some false witness, some lying-ass witness, working for lying-ass cops. Now you're in prison, and now you got to watch your asshole, man. Excuse my French. We all grown in here. Now you got to watch your behind in prison, man. Because the CO, who got authority over you, can come in. He got handcuffs. He got his little weapons. Beat you senseless. And he can rape you, man. In the prison. Read.
Carnival Khan. Andre Julius Basca, a corrections officer at the Cuyahoga County Jail, has been arrested after facing charges for allegedly raping 3 inmates.
And you should see this doofus, man. You should see what this cat looked like. Mm-hmm. Like these police they hire, these correction officers, these people that they hire to oversee us and to keep us in line are animals, man.
Right.
Half of them half crazy, but they don't care. Long as this crazy bastard understand, leave white people alone. You can deal with them black and brown people, but you better understand what you're crazy behind and leave white people alone. And they understand. They understand as crazy and goofy as they are. They understand that I can do this to black and brown people. But I got to be careful when I'm dealing with white men and white women, good old America. I got to be careful. That's the unwritten law in America. Read the story.
Carnival Khan. Basca, who is 34 years old, was charged with 3 counts of rape, all first-degree felonies, 3 counts of sexual battery, both third-degree felonies, and 2 counts of gross sexual imposition, both fourth-degree felonies.
This nasty bastard. And all these sexual charges. He in the prison, a male prison. He in a male prison. He's a male CO, and you still ain't safe. I guess that old cat was right? Hide your fathers, hide your brothers. You better hide because he raping everybody in here. I guess he wasn't lying. We can sent to prison falsely more than anybody, man. get lied on and framed more than anybody, and now we got to worry about the rapist CEOs.
Right.
The rapist CEOs. Ridiculous. Read.
Honorable Khan. It says, according to court records, Baska sexually assaulted 3 different male inmates in the jail between June 1st and June 17th. Baska entered the
That's
cell.
17 days. In 17 days, he done took down 3 cats, man. He done took down 3 men. And men, they don't give that thing up easy now. They don't give it up easy. It was rape. It had to be some fight, but he the CEO. He the CEO. Right, set him up and everything. Got the other CEOs saying this guy keep giving me lip. Beat him up for about a week. Got him nice and soft. Say again. You got it? Go ahead.
Honorable Khan. It says, Baska entered the cell with an inmate and forced him to have sexual contact. Baska had been placed on administrative leave since the alleged allegation started. He has been working as a corrections officer since March 18, 2019, and was assigned in the jail's mental health unit.
Look at it. He take advantage of the weakest of us, man. Right. He go up in the prison where brothers ain't got it all the way, man. And take full advantage. All he see is meat and flesh, like, ooh, yeah. Like a kid in a candy store. Ooh, yeah. They all mine now. There's more? Go ahead. There's more? No sweat. Like he's a predator, man. A predator. We ain't even safe in jail. And you know they quick to call brothers crazy. Put us in the middle part of the prison around this guy. And he ain't the only one. He the one that got caught this time. He ain't the only one up in there raping. Stuff that go on in prison, some COs know what's going on. They know who's doing what. And they knew what this guy was doing. Probably other COs to all his partners. They probably got a whole crew of them in there raping the brothers, man. Or raping the inmates. You understand? He just got caught. But I'm sure he knows not to open his damn mouth. He ain't gonna snitch on his partners. Because he messed up and got caught. Right. However he got caught, whatever happened. You understand? This is what happens, man. This is what happens. Give me a scripture out, Deuteronomy 19 and 16. Listen, if a cop lies, right, or falsifies a report to harm black or brown people, something should happen to them, man. If anybody lies, if this was a kingdom about laws, right, they say this is a country of laws. What do they call it? What's the exact words they say? Do they say country of laws or society of laws or something of laws? I mean, America is big on its laws. They enforce their laws. They're serious about their law-abiding citizens. Right, they're law-abiding citizens, man. Give me a break. That's a lie itself. That's a lie itself. You're only serious about the laws when black and brown people break your tiniest of laws. When it comes to us, that's when you're serious about it, because you surely ain't serious when it comes to white people committing crimes. You surely ain't serious about it. You're only serious about that when the whole world has found out. And if you don't do anything, you're going to be looked at as in violation before the government. That's the only time you do something, when there's pressure on you. When there's pressure on you, or the media has stepped in. And I'm going to go into a couple of stories like that in a minute. Deuteronomy 19 and 16. You want to say something about that? Deuteronomy 19 and 16. Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 19 and verse 16. If a false witness rise up against any man to testify against him that which is wrong, verse 17, then both the men between whom...
Now, it says if a false witness or a liar, if a liar rise up against any man or woman to testify against him that which is wrong, if he lies on it. Go ahead.
Verse.
Then what? Then both?
Then both the men between whom the controversy is...
The one that's lying and the one that's getting lied on. Go ahead.
Shall stand between the Lord.
Shall stand before the Lord. Meaning you're going to go before the judges and the priests. You understand? In this society, you'll go before a judge. Go ahead.
Before the priests and the judges.
It is, Slocky. Go ahead.
Which shall be in those days.
Go ahead.
Verse 18. And the judges shall make diligent inquisition.
And they supposed to ask questions, boy. Ask questions down to the drawers and socks. Get to the bottom of it. Open up all type of investigations immediately. It shouldn't take weeks and weeks and months to find out what's what unless you're corrupt. It takes America so long to come up with a decision, and the reports is sealed and everything is hidden because there's an investigation going on. All that's because this is a corrupt ass place and everybody preparing their lies. That's why it takes so long. That's why you can't see the report immediately. That's why things are hidden and redacted, because this is a sinful nation, a corrupt ass society, and they're getting ready for their lives before a corrupt judge. That's why. If you was really trying to get to the bottom of it and figure it out, let's do it now. Let's do it now. Who do we need to call? Get them here. We all going to wait. Nope, nobody's going nowhere. Bring some food in, bring some drinks in. Nobody's going nowhere. Bring in all those witnesses. We're going to go get to the bottom of it. Witnesses come in. They implicate more witnesses that's involved. Call them, bring them in too. We all going to wait. Until they get here, we're going to get to the bottom of who we got here. And we're going to be here all night, all day, for a few days. We might take a break, but ain't nobody leaving this building. We might take a break. Ain't nobody leaving. We're going to resume in tomorrow, but we're not leaving until we get to the bottom of this. That's a righteous society, man.
That's right.
That's righteousness. Oh no, it's going to take a while. We're under it's an investigation is going on, so I can't comment on it. I can't say this. I can't say that. Say what you know, liar. That's all, and tell the truth. But no, everybody got to prepare their lies and get the lawyers to teach them how to lie. Get the lawyers to tell them what to say. If you say, I don't recall, you're not lying. Even if they find out later, you just didn't recall. That's not illegal in court. A bunch of liars, man. A bunch of liars. I don't recall, I plead the fifth, all this and that. The Lord said, if you lying on a man or woman, you're going to go before the judge and inquisition is going to be made. Go ahead.
And behold, if the witness be a false witness,
and if you found to be a goddamn liar, go ahead.
And have testified falsely against his brother.
And if you found, listen, it's one thing just to lie, you know what I'm saying, to get yourself out of something. But if you are found to be a liar that's against someone else, go ahead.
Verse 19. Then shall ye do unto him.
Then you know what's supposed to happen to you? Go ahead.
As he had thought to have done unto his brother.
Whatever would happen to the person you lied on, whatever punishment they would have got if you were telling the truth, when you're found to be a liar, that same punishment is supposed to be put on you. It's supposed to be put on you. If you're trying to lie to a brother to get him 15 to 30 years, when they find out you lied on the report, or got video of you dropping marijuana in his car, or doing all the evil you do, or paying some child and threatening some family to lie and be a false witness against you, once that's found out, you ought to be going for 15 to 30 years. Just for lying. Just for trying to ruin a man's life. That is justice. That's just, man. Read on.
So shalt thou put the evil away from among you.
And that's the only way you put evil away, man. That's the only way you get rid of the evil. But is America that type of place? Hell no. Hell no. Is the American court system that type of just place to make diligent inquisition and get to the bottom of it and really find out who's the liar and who's not? No, they don't do that, man. Everybody's lying in America. Everybody's lying. You just got to lie according to their laws. You just got to keep your lie within bounds. Keep your lie to the point where a judge can't say, I'm holding you in contempt. I don't recall is not a lie. You just don't remember. And the best of those goddamn politicians. I remember that bastard who was working under Trump at first, man. Trump's right-hand man who recused himself. I forget his name. Looked like Fuzzy Dudley, not Mike Pence. He was one of the district attorneys, I believe, before that late fat cat came in, who originally with Donald Trump, who was Donald Trump's man, and he recused himself when they first tried to impeach Trump. He recused himself, and Trump was mad, and eventually got rid of him. Little Fuzzy Dudley had him on Saturday Night Live, doing a skit about him. I forget his name. It come to me. Whoever online, y'all might remember. Let me know his name. But him, man, you know, he was corrupt as hell. You understand? Lying and all that, and but then recused himself of Donald Trump and pissed Donald Trump off. Pissed Donald Trump off that Donald Trump had to get rid of him, man. You understand? This is what goes on in America, man. The Lord said he gotta be punished the way the one he lied on would have been punished. And in that way, you put evil away from among you. That doesn't happen in America. That's why the Lord calls America the sinful kingdom, man. This place is evil and corrupt because they don't operate in a just manner. The Lord tell you how to operate justly if you want to be just, if you want to find out the truth and find out who did it and be right, then you do it this way. You understand? You do it this way. But in America, it's not done this way because this whole place is corrupt. This whole place is sick, man. It's sick. This is Satan's kingdom. You understand? You understand? Give me that next story, you got. All the lying-ass police, man. And they say that we found out that his report was false. He falsified the report. He did this. The police did that. The police were corrupt. They lied, this and that. And they don't get in trouble because they got rules to protect them even when they do crime. Even when they lie on the reports. Those reports, police report, is you know, a court document. That's perjury. It's supposed to be perjury if you lie on a report. Because it's admissible in court, man. You understand? But they don't get punished for it. And they do it all the time. That ain't gonna stop the evil. If you don't be just and don't do it this way, evil is gonna grow. The Lord told you how to put evil away from you. But if you don't do it like the Lord say, evil gonna grow. And that's why they continue to lie. And they continue to murder. And they continue to do the crimes, man. They on the news every day. You die talking about another shooting and this and that. I mean, it amazes me. The Edomites on the news say this. They say it amazes me how it just doesn't stop. They say after George, and these are Edomites on the news. Just like, good Lord. I mean, after George Floyd, they say you would think that Kumo and the rest of them, them old CNN cats with the blonde hair, the homo cat. Say, I mean, it just don't stop. It's shooting after shooting, corruption after corruption. Like nothing curtails these people, man. Nothing curtails them. The racist neighbor one, first one, go ahead.
New Jersey man arrested after calling black neighbor the N-word monkey.
Yeah, and there's a video in there too. I would like to play it, if you don't mind. So in Jersey, this devil, he comes in front of a black family's house and start calling them niggas and just berating them, man. Stepping to the cat, stepping chest to the cat on his step in front of his door. He done went down the cat's walkway to the guy's step. Guy's on his own step saying, get out of here. He said, no, make me. This is common ground. And he get up in his face, and the devil get up in his face. Come on, you hit me? You hit me? I'll get you arrested. Because they know, they can get in your face, on your property, in your own house, and provoke you to bust them in the goddamn mouth. Because that's what you feel like doing with this devil. In your face. Calling you names in front of your house, in front of your family. You feel like knocking his silly teeth out. But he'll take that tooth knocked out. He'll take it to cry and say, oh my God, he hit me, call the police. Call the police. You know how many videos I've seen where our oppressors talking junk to some Israelite on a bus or on a train, and somebody pull out a phone, and the devil stand up, come on, do it, man, do it, man. And when the brother cold cock him, he falls to the chair, somebody call the police. They know how to sell some wolf tickets, man. You think they know how to fight the way they come. But yeah, do it, man. Come on, step. They'll push you. These devils will push you. Come on. And shit. If you ain't strong, you'll be afraid. Like, man, this devil, maybe he could fight a little bit. But sometimes they push a brother and the brother don't like him. Bow and hit him in that mouth. And they always grab their mouth and buckle down and say, somebody call the police. Everything changed then. Like the big bad black man is attacking us again. The big old strong monkey gorilla man is attacking us again. And now ruin your life. Now you in prison, can't afford no lawyer to beat this bull. Now you end up found guilty and doing time, 5 years out of your life. for some Edomite that wanted to act like he goddamn Superman and then cried like Wonder Woman after you punched him in his mouth. It's ridiculous. Read. You gonna play it? Go ahead. No sweat. Gonna play the video of this devil, man. Watch how this devil do.
We turn our attention now to a disgusting display that led to. But there have been.
To this devil, man. They make you want to hurt them, man. Hurt them bad.
The anger and
they're the most subtle beast of the field. They provoke you, and when you come out of yourself, you know, now you're in jail. Now you're in jail. In the ISUPK, we know how to deal with that. We know how to fight with our words, really, very well. Very well. We know how to speak words that hurt like a sword. You understand? And then if they touch us first, we get it on video. We are well within our rights to defend ourselves. You understand? But we don't assault anybody. Ever.
Yes. Back up. Keep backing up. Back up. Keep backing up. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
An explosive interaction. Centered on this.
Back up. Keep backing up.
Royal, New Jersey. The anger and outrage centered on this.
Back up. Keep backing up. Back up. Keep backing up.
Don't touch me. You don't even live there,
man. An explosive interaction between neighbors caught on video back on July 2nd.
That's the brother's house.
Now part of a police
he
investigation.
Gotta have his hands up like you devils. I know your trick.
Video back on July 2nd is now part
the whole
of a police
time the devil saying, "You touch me, I'm calling the police."
Oh, this side. I was born in America. So you know what common ground. What's common ground? I don't give a about you.
According to police, the man in the video in the green shirt is 45-year-old Edward Cagney Matthews.
This over here, both have videotape of you putting your hands on me.
Matthews now faces harassment and bias intimidation charges connected to the dispute that, according to neighbors, stem from months of issues with the development's HOA board, including this racial slur written on a board member's jersey. The anger and outrage centered on this.
Back up. Keep backing up. Back up. Keep backing up. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
An explosive interaction between neighbors caught on video back on July 2nd is now part of a police investigation.
It's not Africa. Oh, this side. It's not Solomon or wherever. I was born in America. So you know what common ground. What's common ground? I don't give a about you.
According to police, the man in the video in the green shirt is 45-year-old Edward Cagney Matthews.
This over here, both have videotape of you putting your hands on me.
Matthews now faces harassment and bias intimidation charges connected to the dispute that, according to neighbors, stem from months of issues with the development's HOA board, including this racial slur written on a board member's fence and years of allegations of harassment of others. Allegations Matthew appeared to address in the video as he uses slur after racial slur.
And you want to know where I was when all this happened?
I don't care.
At work.
I don't care where you were.
At morgue. Just like I told the Mount Laurel police.
The tirade continued even as an officer showed up.
You know what? Hold on. No. I'm going to let you do your thing. Go talk to these.
Before the video ends, Matthew gave out his home address, seemingly encouraging protesters who arrived on cue. Matthews later came out to address the crowd, only to be ushered back inside his home.
We're not just going to let him harass people, especially.
Matthews later came out to address the crowd, only to be ushered back inside his home.
We're not just going to let him harass people, especially black people, within this community or any community.
Jasmine Tazinski and her mother,
they let this devil go back home
and claimed they
when the
too
cop
were
pulled
victimized
up
by Matthews in years past.
He said, man, don't talk to these effing niggas. No, leave me alone. I'm good. I want this common ground. You don't talk to them niggas. You gonna talk F you niggas, F you niggas.
And again, a live look at the scene here in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Again, protesters coming in and out. This crowd only growing larger by the moment. It seems Mount Laurel police said Matthews faces harassment and bias intimidation.
The cops said, yes, I'll be there. I'll be there to talk to you. Stop it. Stop it. Why he cussing out these people, man? Calling them all type of racial slurs. That's a hate crime he doing. And this cop just telling him, go to your house. I'll come talk to you. Like, stop it, man. He's like he see this every day. Like, come on, Joe. Stop it, Joe. Because why? These devils, they for this. They do it them damn selves. When they off duty, drunk at some bar, they do the same damn thing. You understand? So people were mad. Go to the next one about the same guy. So people, I can send it to you. And people were mad. People were mad because they let the cat go home. Like, he had to be arrested and then let go and then arrested again. I'm going to send it to you now. And then arrested again. You understand? Just to get some justice, man, from this cat. Like, they're able to go to your house and cuss you out in front of your family and call your children niggas. Listen, his family was recording, and somebody else black was recording while he was doing it, He told the guy, you know what, you effing monkey? You know what? This monkey has it on video. That monkey has it on video. All of these monkeys has it on video that you touch me. You're going to jail. You know what I'm saying? He was saying stuff like that. In the video I said, he was just losing his damn mind, man. Losing his mind. And so finally, because the people got together and rallied in the news and the media and then reached somebody important and embarrassed them, then they say, go ahead and arrest him. And he had the nerve to give his address on the video. Everybody was at his house. Every Negro was at his damn house. A whole protest took place in front of his door. They say they eventually busted out his windows. His house is boarded up. His wife come home, the door open, trash everywhere, windows boarded up. Because they didn't vandalize his house. So now you know what they about to do now. They about to find out if they got video or whoever did that to his house. They said the vandals will be caught. They had to throw that in there. You understand? They had to throw that in there. Go ahead with this one. No sweat. It was utterly ridiculous, man. The rights that these people have, this white privilege, is getting goddamn out of hand. And if it wasn't for the Christian church, black people would have already rose up. They would have already rose up. So they bringing him out and giving him the business. Police too. You know, there to say his address. That's what I mean. They sell a lot of wolf tickets, boy. I live at something 25 Oak Lane Drive. Come test.
Mr. Khaki.
Then they got him on the thing at the end crying. He cried. I was drunk and I was angry. You know, I'm sorry. I made the wrong choice. I made a mistake. I was drunk and angry. And you should have your drunk and angry ass in prison for years.
Mr. Khaki Matthews.
You understand? If this was a just society.
Our community.
If this was a just society. Go to 2 Thessalonians 2:1.
The allegations.
And the fact that he got it, the fact that he even get arrested once upon a time, they would have got away with all this, man. All these things, framing us and doing all these things, they would have got away with it all. But again, we in the last days. The Most High is bringing America down. As horrible as all these things are, our press ain't supposed to get punished for this stuff.
It led to.
But you starting to see sometimes they getting punished because of the media, because of the cameras, and because of the whole uproar.
You know, how many of us?
Because some politicians are trying to pretend like they're good. Once again, America was not supposed to let us know that they the devil.
Development deserve that.
Part of their job was to become angels of light. No marvel, Satan himself have become an angel of light, man.
Protesters were here today.
And so don't be surprised when his servants, his angels, I'm paraphrasing, are looked at like they're righteous, man. They supposed to be a country pretending to be the wonderful, great hope, loving everybody, caring for everybody, democratic society, wonderful and beautiful. That's what they're supposed to appear before the world. But the Most High is bringing this place down and showing them for what they really are. You understand? 2 Thessalonians 2:1.
Karawakan. This is the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2 and verse 1. Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ.
And you better know we in that time. We in the time of the coming of our Lord Yahushua Christ. Go ahead.
And by our gathering together unto him.
And in the ISUPK, we've been gathering men and women together to the Lord since 1969. We the daddy of all the Israelites. Every other Israelite group and fake Christian Israelite group out here, they want to be us. And the bad children, the children that was bad, and General Yohana had to whoop their ass and put them out to school, they went and started little groups, and now they wearing fringes on their T-shirts. That's all they are. Those Israelite groups, those Christian Israelites out there, outside of the ISUPK, they're just our bad children that don't want to come home. That's all. They just badass kids running amok, wanting to eat candy when they went, so they ran away from home. We wouldn't let them stay out late and wouldn't let them bring whores into the house and wouldn't let them get high, so they ran away from home. We wouldn't let them do what the hell they want. Badass kids thought we whooped their ass too much. We too mean, too strict, so they run away from home. But guess what? Little runaway kids, they always come home after a while. They always get hungry. They run out of money. They run out of people's houses to stay over. You understand? Always come a point where they say, I ain't got nowhere to go. Either I'm going to kill myself or go back home and apologize. And the day going to come where a lot of them going to come back home and apologize. And apologize, they better. Apologize, they better. You understand? Read.
Verse 2. That ye be not soon shaken in mind.
Don't be shaken in mind, man. We in the last days. Don't let all the things that's going on in the news shake you. Go ahead.
Or be troubled.
And don't be troubled, man. We ain't got long in this place. Go ahead.
Neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter as from us, as that the day of Christ is at hand.
You hear that? As that the day of Christ is at hand. That's why these things are going on. They could shake your mind. You understand? It could trouble you. You understand? It can trouble your spirit. The words you hear, the prophecies that's going on, it could shake you if you're not strong. You understand? But the Lord said, don't be shaken or troubled. You understand? Don't be troubled in your spirit. You understand? He said the day of Christ is at hand. And Paul knew what he was talking about. Paul knew what he was talking about. He knew read on. I want to jump ahead.
Verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means.
Go ahead.
For that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
And what day? The day of Christ. The day of Christ is at hand right now. We in the last days. But that day is not going to come. And we've been in the last days, man. For decades now. For decades. But that day is not going to come except what?
There come a falling away first.
Unless somebody fall. Read.
And that man of sin.
That what?
Man of sin.
And the man of sin, go ahead.
Be revealed.
Meaning everybody going to look and say, these people are very evil, man. These is something wrong with these people, man. These people are the devil. This man is not right. I can't trust white people, man. What is going on? Our oppressor, what is this government doing? Where the world will start seeing him and all the diabolical evil that he does, man. That man of sin has to be revealed. Go ahead.
The son of perdition.
The son of perdition, or hell, the son of hell, the son of curses, the son of everything horrible, man. That's what the son of perdition is. Paul understood that the Most High said he was going to reveal our oppressor, man. That he was going to expose our oppressor as the wicked sinners of the planet Earth, man. Go to Isaiah 47:3. I'm done with Thessalonians real quick. Isaiah 47:3. See, America, like I said earlier, was supposed to hide the fact that they the devil. We wasn't supposed to find that out. Even Christians know that. I done heard Christians in church, hallelujah, saying the white man is the devil. These people, America is the devil. They know this place is ran by Satan, man. They know it, and they said it. So, but they want the world, our oppressor's so stupid, man. He's so stupid that he thought he could trick God and be better than the Most High. The Most High said he was going to expose these people, man. And now everybody see how corrupt and evil they are. You understand? But the white man is still blessed with one thing. Our oppressor still got that gift of gab. He's the most subtle beast of the field, man. Scriptures say his words are smoother than butter, but they were drawn swords, man. He a good talker. He'll talk blacks and Hispanics into believing that he'll be the new hope, the new white hope. He'll talk us into believing that maybe there's a chance with this one. When they say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. You continue to believe in great white hopes and heathen presidents and believing they're going to help you time and time again. In these last days, you still trying to believe in Joe Biden, man. That is insanity. You do the same thing, and you think Joe Biden is going to be different. You didn't have Joe Biden before. You thought Bill Clinton was a Joe Biden. He smoked weed, played the sax, wore shades. You swore he was half a nigga, man. He was your great white hope. When he started, what he started? Stop and frisk. Him and Hillary caused a lot of black men to go to prison, man. A lot of them to go to prison, man. Joe Biden caused a lot of black people to go to prison, man. Years ago. They had a hand in filling those prisons up for minor infractions. When our oppressors don't even go to jail for big infractions, man, for murder, a lot of them get off on. All they got to do is get a 12-year-old to say, I saw Jethro do it. And you gone for 37 years, man. Go ahead.
What you bringing out is so heavy. I was watching a documentary on Netflix called Crack, and it said from 1988 to 1995, from from the three strikes bill, from Bill Clinton's and Joe Biden's crime bills, and every cocaine crack bill that they had from 1988 to 1995. It said 2/3 of crack cocaine users were Caucasian, were oppressors in California, and not a single one of oppressors went to jail for crack cocaine from 1988 to 1995, while our brothers and sisters are still in jail to this day.
Still in prison off of crack. And they were crack addicts. They were users with a problem, addicts. And they still in prison, man. Because their job ain't to try to find help for you or rehabilitate you. You the slave. You keep the prison industrial complex going, man. Everybody gets paid off you. But America's job, the police's job, is not to put good old white folk in prison. No. They found with drugs. What's going on, man? What's going on? That's a lot. That's a whole key you got, Stanley. What are you doing, man? Your dad's going to be pissed, man. What are you doing? Listen, man. Just tell him you got a problem, man. We can get you some help because I can't stop this, man. They already called it in. Just tell him you need help, man. We'll get you some help. They get theirs some help, like your daddy just brought out. All the white crack addicts on the earth, they found help for them. They spent money to get them rehabilitated and get them lots of good help and good facilities with good food and soft beds and good drugs to wean them off of it, man. You understand? But us, we just get the worst, man. They don't give a damn if we dying off the crack. They throw you in prison as a crack addict. Now you in there shaking and jumping. Half a heroin addict in there shaking. Halfway giving you the proper attention you need. You understand? This is how they treat us. This is how they treat us, man. And the Lord said he was bringing these people down, and Paul knew it. That's why he said the man of sin got to be revealed. You understand? And once again, America messed up by pissing the Most High off. And now the Most High flipping everything on them and letting everybody see them for what they are. You got Isaiah 47:3? Everybody seeing them for what they are, and they wasn't supposed to. America been spending billions of dollars, billions and trillions of dollars every year to keep this knowledge from us, man. To keep the fact that the Jews are false, are not really Jews. That knowledge, we wasn't supposed to get that. We wasn't supposed to find out who we are. We wasn't supposed to find out the things that America's doing to us. We wasn't supposed to find out the certain books we have. We wasn't supposed to go into the Zondervan dictionary and read where Ham is the father of all the dark races, but not the Negroes, proving we're not African. We wasn't supposed to find that out. A lot of history we wasn't supposed to find out. We wasn't supposed to find out that we were over here with the Indians, brothers to the Indians, blood family with the Indians and the Hispanics, even before the oppressor got over here in his ships. We wasn't supposed to find those things out, man. You're supposed to stay in church, pray to the white statue, love the white man while he beats your back because he's God, and just take the beating and love him, and take the beating and love him, and take the beating and love him. That was what we were supposed to be. That's the lie that America wanted to push. But the Most High said this, read.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 47 and verse 3.
And when you read up, it's talking about Babylon. America is modern day Babylon. Read.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
You're exposed. The Most High said, your nakedness shall be uncovered. Your nakedness means you're going to be shamed and everybody going to see all your private things, all the things you tried to keep secret, who you are, all your experiments, all your feeding our babies to alligators and stealing their organs. From a long time ago, they've been stealing our organs, man, and then tossing the bodies in the alligator pits and the hog pits, man, feeding us to the goddamn hogs and the goddamn alligators after they done stripped you of your organs and giving it to wealthy oppressors. You understand? Still doing it today through their human trafficking, man. They're the ones behind the human trafficking. America, nothing goes on in America without these oppressors knowing about it. They got the keys to all the gates in America, man. So anything getting over here, you best believe they getting broke off. They getting their share. You understand? Read.
Yea, thy shame shall be seen.
Your shame shall be seen. Ain't nothing going to be hidden in the dark. The Most High exposing you, man. The man of sin is being revealed. Go ahead.
I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
Most High said, I'm going to take vengeance on you. For what? For what you doing to my 12 tribes. What you doing to my children. That's why. I'm going to take vengeance on you. They ain't got to do nothing. That's why the Lord said, vengeance is mine. And I will not meet thee as a man, meaning the Lord ain't attacking them like, you run up on a cat and shoot him in the chest. The Most High attacking them through their economy, through just chaos, through their politicians fighting the hell out of each other, man. Fighting each other with all their problems and different things going on from them being exposed. Now half your politicians got to say, oh my God, we wasn't supposed to be looked at like bad guys. Let's make amends. Let's give them reparations. Let's do right by our people. I mean, slavery is America's biggest sin, so we got to talk about it. We got to do this. And then the other half like, no, it wasn't supposed to. We can't let everybody know that. We can't talk about that. That's why they on there saying critical race theory is calling every white person a racist. We can't let that go. No, we don't want that. And half of them saying we got to do it, man, or it's going to be problems. We're going to have a civil war. You understand? We got to change things. So now they're in an uproar. The Most High know how to bring down governments now. Come on. You should know that. The Most High knows how to bring down governments. He said he's going to uncover these bastards, and they're going to be shamed, and he's going to take vengeance. Paul understood this. And that's why he said that day shall not come until the man of sin be revealed. There's no man of sin greater than our oppressor. Real quick, Amos 9, I think, and 7, sinful kingdom. 9 and 8. Read that, then I'm going to go to the questions.
Chapter 9 and verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom.
The eyes of the Most High, of the Lord God, Yahweh, our power, are upon the sinful kingdom. That sinful kingdom is talking about America, a.k.a. Great Babylon, a.k.a. modern-day Sodom and Gomorrah, a.k.a. modern-day Egypt. This is the land of oppression, man. This is the land of slavery and captivity for the chosen people of God. This is our hell. This is hell. That hell you read about in the Bible, that hell that they talk about in church every Sunday, all your young life, that hell, you've been in it this whole time. Imagine that. Imagine that. You've been in it this whole time. We've been scared of it. They didn't scare us about it. Oh my God, I don't want to die and go to that old hell where Satan is in charge. Oh no, not the boogeyman. Well, we've been living amongst the boogeyman all our lives. All we've known is hell in America, man. That's all we've known. What you thought hell was? Your whole, what they say, your soul gonna just burn and be on fire forever? Or in some pit, hook you by your eyelids. Your soul gonna be hooked by his eyelids and just set on fire for eternity? Come on now. Those are fairy tales. Those are Roman Catholic fairy tales. Hell is right here, man. The Lord said, I will destroy your body and soul in hell. That's right here on the earth, man. Solomon said, I see under the sun the place of unrighteousness, man. Hell is there. That's what Solomon said. The place of unrighteousness is under the sun. And the place of righteousness is under the sun. Meaning on earth, heaven and hell exist. There are two conditions played out right here on the earth. Heaven and hell are right here. Obviously, we ain't in heaven right now, but there's somebody in heaven right now. You understand? But we getting closer to the end where everything is going to flip. And then the people that's in heaven right now, they're going to be in hell. And we that's in hell and been in hell all this time, going to be forgiven by our God because we return to him and obeyed his laws, and then we'll be in heaven. Imagine the world coming to you, asking you for a day off. Imagine cities saying, my Lord, can the city take a day off next week? What for? They're going to have to give a good report and explain why they want off before they have off. You understand? They're going to have to ask you for a vacation. Can they take their kids for a vacation for a week? You understand? You're going to be the boss. You're going to be the one that they're going to have to get permission from and ask permission to do everything. You understand? Because you're going to earn it. Because you've been a soldier in the ISUPK. And like the scripture said, you stood stiffly for our Lord in this world, man, this evil, sinful world and kingdom. You stood stiffly for the Lord, man, and you're going to be honored for it. You're going to be honored. So I'm going to jump down to the questions. Was I holding something? Oh, Isaiah. Go ahead. You can finish Isaiah 9 and 8. Go ahead. I mean, Amos.
Amos 9 and 8 in the middle. And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
And I will do what?
Destroy it from off the face of the earth.
The Lord said, my eyes are on this sinful kingdom, boy. I ain't miss a beat. God, the Most High, ain't miss a beat with America. Y'all think the Lord missing stuff. He ain't missing nothing. He see everything that's going on. He see it before it's happening. He see it before it happens. But it happens because he told us it was going to happen. And we ain't believing. We still did the things against God to make it happen. So those things got to happen. Offenses must come. Offenses got to come. They got to come. But the Lord said destruction to those from whom it comes, man. They're going to pay for what they did to us. The Lord watching this place, and he said he going to one day, he going to give the order to Christ and those 200 million angels with him, all of them black and brown. And he's going to give the green light, and they're going to come and put fire on this earth, man. Fire on this kingdom. You understand? He said, I will destroy it where?
And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
I mean, America's going bye-bye. It's going off the earth. He didn't say, I'm going to destroy the earth. Y'all got to remember that. Don't let these Christians in America, these oppressors, lie to you and say, we got to keep America going. We got to keep it strong because we're the only ones that's going to protect it. If there's ever an invasion, they're gonna steal our resources, and the earth is gonna freeze. They're gonna suck all the heat out of the earth, and suck our brains, and take all the energy out of our brains and out of the earth, and take it back to their planet. So we gotta fight for America. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. If aliens did come, it gotta be better than America. They gotta be better than our oppressor. Ain't nothing worse than him. I remember back in the world, you dyer, when I used to listen to that goddamn Farrakhan. He used to talk about that mother shit. I was down. That's behind me. We was in the world. I said, man, I don't know what's going to come out of the mother shit. But when it come, I'm getting on. I told him, I'm out of here. I said, when the mothership come, I'm on it because it got to be better than America. I was in the world. Hell, wearing the ark and everything. You understand? Go ahead.
If I could, so I remember sitting with my father and my uncle, and Farrakhan said that Elijah Muhammad was on the moon with the book that is going to save black people.
I bet niggas are trying to get to the moon. How can we get there then? we want to see it. We misled in a whole lot of ways, man. But a lot of black people understood, even in their ignorance, that our oppressor was the devil. Right. And it wasn't nothing worse than him. Go ahead, was that it?
A little bit more, sir. Saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob.
No sweat. So let's get to the questions. The Lord said he's going to destroy this place, man. for what they did to us and all the evil that they're doing. He going to destroy it. This sinful kingdom, man. That's why he got to be revealed. And then the world got to see that he's evil. So when the Most High put him down, it'd be no question. It'd be no question on whether he deserved it or not, because he been deserving it. Hell, America's been earned its destruction. He past the time. That's why the Lord said, if I didn't cut the time short, no flesh would be saved. Because these devils, they destroying at a diabolical rate. You know what I'm saying? Like they speeding through it, destroying this place, man. And God no cares about it. First question, go ahead.
I'm going to break down of Matthew chapter 24 and verse 15 through 19.
No sweat. Let's get that. Matthew 24. You said Lamar? I got to come. Oh,
yeah, come y'all.
Okay,
No
sweat.
Yeah, come y'all.
Come. No sweat. Come ya Allah. Matthew 24, 15, verse 15 to 19. Go ahead.
God. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 15.
Go ahead.
When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation.
So the scriptures say, when ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation. Abomination is everything nasty and disgusting that's against what the Lord loves. You understand? Of desolation. Desolation is like destruction. You understand? It's like destruction and chaos. Go ahead.
Spoken of by Daniel the prophet.
And Daniel the prophet spoke of this. So when you therefore see, Christ is warning Israel and said, when you see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet, go ahead.
Stand in the holy place.
Now let me clear this up, because this is a big misconception. When people read it because of commas, because of this comma, a lot of us think that the Lord is saying, when we see this desolation, when we see the abomination of desolation, that we are supposed to stand in the holy place, meaning not run, meaning not get away. You understand? It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that Israelites are supposed to stand in the holy place, which is Jerusalem. We ain't supposed to stand there. What it's saying is that when we see the abomination of desolation that is spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place, meaning the abomination of desolation is standing in the holy place. Meaning the abominations of the heathen, the Romans, the Greeks, all of those that went to war with us in Israel and took over Israel, they desecrated our altars and our holy places and put swine on it. I think page 92, 84, something like that in my brain. Okay. You understand? They said when the abomination of desolation that Daniel spoke of, when that is standing in Jerusalem, when that's in our temples, when those abominations and heathens come and they're raiding our holy places and raiding our cities, they tell you, Israel, we were under military occupation. You remember when they sent the military to Philly, right? And all these other cities because of the protests. Imagine that. Imagine soldiers and tanks and all their armor, their vehicles, whatever, and weapons on every corner. Imagine that. You understand? That's what was going on in Israel. That's what was going on in Israel. Listen. No sweat. No sweat. I'll just, if we ain't got it, I'll just comment on it. You understand? That's what was going on. Read.
God. Whoso readeth, let him understand. Verse 16.
Go ahead.
Then let them which be in Judea flee in the mountain.
Christ said, when you see these heathens in our cities and tearing down our altars and messing up our holy places, let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Christ told us to get the hell out of here. Christ told us to get the hell out of here. You understand? That's what he told us. Now let's read what Daniel said. Hold that. I'm coming back to that. I'm going to come to that too. Read Daniel's, the 11th chapter real quick. And I'm going to come right back to Matthew. It says, spoken of by Daniel the prophet. He spoke of it a few times. And this is one place, 11 and 31, 31 to 33.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 11 and verse 31. An arm shall stand on his part.
Meaning the heathens that come against us, even back then, arms going to stand on his part, like they're going to be armed. Go ahead.
And they shall pollute the sanctuary of strength.
You see that? They're going to pollute. This is prophecy, man. They're going to pollute the sanctuary of strength, the holy place. Go ahead.
And shall take away the daily sacrifice.
Our sacrifice. Go ahead. It's going to be no more. Go ahead.
And they shall place the abomination that maketh desolate.
You see that? Then they're going to place the abomination that maketh desolate. They put pigs and pig blood and swine all on our holy altars, man. Totally disrespected us. Totally disrespected us. Go ahead.
Verse 32. And such as do wickedly against the covenant shall he corrupt by flatteries.
And some of us are even going to sell out and get down with these people like what always happens, out of fear. Go ahead.
But the people that do know their God shall be strong.
Going to be strong. Go ahead.
And do exploits.
And do super heroic things, extraordinary things. That's what exploits mean. They're going to do super heroic things. Christ warned us and said, get the hell out of here. And a lot of us did get the hell out of here. We're going to read that in a second. Finish this line.
Verse 33. And they that understand among the people shall instruct many. Yet they shall fall by the sword.
A lot of people going to be warned. Christ warned them, and the followers of Christ warned them. Go ahead. But a lot of people didn't listen. Go ahead.
And by flame.
Remember that. By sword, by flame. Go ahead.
By captivity.
By captivity. Go ahead.
And by spoil.
And by spoil. We was going to be invaded, man. Invaded, and war was going to be waged on us. Go ahead.
Many days.
Many days. Now you go back to Matthew. Read what you got, your diet.
This is from Babylon to Timbuktu, page 84. In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem in 70 AD.
So in 70 AD, our city, our holy place, was captured by the Romans. It was the Greco-Roman Empire ruling over us during the time of Christ. Go ahead.
In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus.
That was what, 65?
BC,
it said at first?
I'll read it again.
No sweat.
In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Vespasian, under General Pompey, captured Jerusalem.
So Jerusalem was captured even before the birth of Christ. Go ahead.
In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state.
So in 70 AD, 70 years after Christ came onto the scene, Christ was gone, and people were still teaching about Christ. You understand? And then the Romans, our enemies, came against us and went to war with us. They said in 70 AD, what?
In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state.
Meaning they stopped all that, you Israelites governing yourselves. No more head priests and Pharisees and Sadducees ruling over y'all. We taking over now. They fired. They fell. You Israelites, you followers of Christ, you so-called, you Christians, the real Christians, the real anointed of Christ, you teaching and trying to overthrow Rome and teaching about the fall of Rome. Now we're going to put an end to your whole society. Go ahead.
With great slaughter.
With what?
With great slaughter.
With great slaughter. You remember what we just read? It said with captivity, with sword. You understand? What else? With sword, with captivity. It said, where am I reading that? Slovakia. Right, with spoil, by flame. It said many days. You understand? Read.
During the period of the military governors of Palestine.
Military governors. Military governors. That's when you bring in the military police. The military come into your cities, and now they are ruling. They are the new police. Go ahead.
Will come. Many outrages.
Go ahead.
And
atrocities. Go ahead.
Were committed against the residue of the people.
They were committed against the residue of the people. Meaning Christ told us to leave, to flee into the mountains when we see the abomination of desolation, when they start destroying our holy places and surrounding us. When that happened, a lot of us left. But there was a residue that did not leave. There was a residue that didn't leave, And they were what? Again, what happened? Many outrages and atrocities happened against the residue of our people. Go ahead.
During the period from Pompey to Julius.
From Pompey, and these are Caesars. Julius Caesar, Pompey was a Caesar, and from those periods, those were like presidents. Today's president, like from George Washington to Donald Trump. During that time of these Caesars in Rome, go ahead.
It has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa.
Over 1 million Jews fled into Africa. Israelites ran for their lives running from the Romans, man. Right. Why? Because we remember, those of us that believed in the Most High and followed our King and our Messiah, we remembered, he said, when we see these heathens destroying our holy places, sacking our cities, putting abominations on our altars, flee into the mountains. That's what Christ said. Over 1 million Jews fled into Africa. Now, why would those white Jewish Caucasian oppressors run into Africa? Because it wasn't them. This was the real Jews, man, who were black and brown people. We fled into Africa running from the Caucasian man calling themselves the Romans back then. Over 1 million, and it was way over 1 million. Anything, our oppressor says in history, he lowballs anything that's good for other people. Go ahead.
Fleeing.
We didn't go taking a vacation. This wasn't no vacation. You understand? We ran into Africa fleeing, running for our lives. Why? Because they was murdering us.
Right.
They went to war against us. They tried to annihilate us. Go ahead.
Fleeing from Roman persecution.
From Roman persecution, our oppressor, the Caucasian white man, go ahead.
And slavery.
Go ahead.
The slave markets were full.
The slave markets. Everybody, y'all heard of that, right? The slave markets. They came over here to America, brought all the slaves to America. Let's see that they have Shaka Zulu on the boats. Let's see is Motufu on the boat. Let's see if Kwanzaa Kanaka Key is on the boat. Let's see if you 5%ers on the boat. More Americans. I wonder if you on there. I wonder if the Sunni is on these boats. The slave ships, man, the slave markets. Read.
The slave markets were full of Jewish.
Go ahead.
Jewish slaves.
Go ahead.
Slaves.
The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves. What does that mean? These are the black and brown Hebrew Israelites, man. These are the real Jews that came out of Africa, got into Africa, running from the damn Romans. But eventually, those people found us. They knew where we were all the time. Eventually, they came and got us and put us on ships. And they floated those Jews across the waters over here to the Americas, man. The slave markets were full of black Jews, the only Jews. Read. A little bit more. Tiny bit more. No sweat. Good. No, that's it. The water. Now let's go back to Matthew's, iPod. Where was we at? Matthew, what? 24, 17. Let's do it.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 17.
So remember, Christ said, he said, let them which be in Judea flee to the mountains, meaning get the hell out of here. When you see them overthrowing us, don't stick the hell around. Don't stick around, man. Get the hell out of here. The Most High is bringing Jerusalem down. Go ahead.
Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house.
Ain't no time for packing. Once they here, they here. Don't come off your roof trying to grab bags and go up in your house and pack your favorite shoes and boots. Get the hell out of there. That's what our king told us, man. Go ahead.
Verse 18. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes.
You want to come back to get your favorite garment, huh? Come on, we got to get out of here. Oh, well, let me just run back and get the red garment. I can't leave my red garment. Nigga, they're going to catch you and put you in chains, man, and cut you in a million pieces. Get the hell out of here. Read.
Verse 19. And woe unto them that are with child.
And boy, it's going to be hell for our sisters that's pregnant, man. That's going to be a rough time. It was a rough time for them. You got history. There's a book called the Josephus. You should go look at it, the antiquities of Josephus, man. And he kept a lot of history on what happened to Jerusalem when they conquered us, man, and the ones of us that got caught there. We starved us to death, man. It was ridiculous. We started cooking our babies. We started eating our leather belts, starving so horrible. They got smart and just surrounded the city, man, and said, we just ain't going to let no food in, and we ain't going to let none of them out. To starve us the hell out. Read, and woe to them that are with child. Go ahead.
And to them that give suck in those days.
And them that give suck, which is the same thing. Same thing. You got children, little small children and babies. It's going to be a little rougher for you. Excuse me. Let's go to the next question. So I hope that explains the question. Now, that's what it means. But that stand in the holy place, I know I've heard it misinterpreted to mean Israel's supposed to stand in the holy place. But it doesn't mean that, because right after Christ said, flee ye into the mountains. So it don't make no sense. So it's talking about the abomination. When you see that standing in our holy places, get the hell out of there, man. That's what Christ is saying. Second question.
This is from Officer Galawan,
Come.
Trinidad. What is the difference between a sin offering, a wave offering, a peace offering, and a burnt offering?
No sweat. So there's a lot of offerings in the Bible, right? The word offering itself just means something you giving to the Lord, something you submitting to the Lord and offering to the Most High. That's what all the offerings are, right? But we'll go into what the Lord wanted to call the different ones what they are. Some of them are interchangeable, kind of the same, but there's certain things the Lord had. I'm going to go to where he first consecrated Aaron and his sons to be the priests of Israel and their seed after them. Let's go to Exodus 29 and let's start at 14. And again, this is the Lord telling Moses what he want Aaron and his sons to do. There was a certain way they had to dress, certain garment they had to wear, certain things they had to have on the garment, certain colors. They had to have a mitre. They had to have the breastplate. And then they were to make offerings to the Lord in a certain way, the way the Lord wanted them to make these offerings. You understand? A lot of offerings, the Lord, when you hear with flour or wheat flour mingled with oil, you take this bullock or that and mingle it with oil and flour. That's just fried food. We do that all the time, black people. We get that meat, we hit it in that flour, you know what I'm saying, drop it in some hot oil, and we fry food. So a lot of times, some of the stuff would be actually for food. Some of it, the Lord just want to smell a good cooking, and he wants you to burn the entire thing so the angels could take that smell up to him like he do with our prayers. Our prayers, the angels take our prayers and burn them with incense to the Lord. And the Lord breathe in our prayers, man. That's just the Most High. You understand? The Most High got certain things he wants, certain ways he wants, like when we pray. You lift up your hands and say, holy hands. Hands open to submission. Why does the Lord like that? He likes it. He said he liked it. We're going to do it. You understand? And that's what he likes. That's what we do. Everything the Lord don't tell us why he likes it. In heaven, he sit on a throne of fire. And there's 24 elders around him constantly throwing their crowns at him and praising him all day and all night, praising him. And the Lord loves it. And the Lord loves it. And that's just how it is. Why does the Lord love it? Maybe one day we'll find out. You understand? But the Lord deserves the praise and he wants it, so he gets it. You understand? There's beasts, 4 beasts with eyes all over their bodies, 4 big, scary looking beasts like pit bulls around the throne of the Most High, like his guard dog around his throne, eyes all over them. I can imagine what it looked like. We probably can't look at them and live. Hell, you understand? But that's what he likes. That's what he likes. And those 4 beasts praise the Most High. You understand? That's what he likes. So with this, read Exodus 29 and 14.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 29 and verse 14. But the flesh of the bullock.
So now the Lord told Aaron and his sons, after they put on the certain garments and their mitres and the breastplates, he said, take the flesh of the bullock, go ahead.
And his skin.
And his skin, go ahead.
And his dung.
And his dung, go ahead.
Shalt thou burn with fire without the camp.
Read.
It is a sin offering.
It's something the Lord wants you to do just to cleanse you. The Lord was cleansing Aaron and his son and forgiving them for their sins. The scriptures say all things are purged by law, purged with blood. And without the shedding of blood, there is no remission. So sins are only forgiven through bloodshed, man. That's why we teach people the law of sacrifice isn't done away with. We just not sacrificing bullocks and goats no more. Now, the person who shed that blood was our king, man. The best sacrifice there could have ever been. Our king who was perfect, Yahweh Shah Christ. He's the sacrifice. Now, he shed blood, gave us our grace. Now we got to be like him. Now we got to walk like him, talk like him, think like him. We got to become in the spirit of Christ, man, the real Christ. That's the sacrifice. It ain't done away with. It's just made harder. That's what Christ did. He made the law of the Most High stricter. Now, first the Lord said, don't murder. Now he said, you can't even think about murder. The law said, don't commit adultery. Now the Lord said, don't even commit adultery in your mind. Don't be sitting there thinking about a brother's woman, or that's adultery. You understand? It's just stricter. You understand? So now here, the Lord said, take the flesh of the bullock, his dung, and burn it with fire outside of the camp. It is a sin offering. This is so the Lord could forgive Aaron and his sons for any mistakes or sins they did prior to this, because they're about to be the priests of the entire nation, which you got to be holy and you got to be right, because you coming before the Spirit of the Lord. Go ahead.
Verse 15. Thou shalt also take one ram, and Aaron and his sons shall put their hands upon the head of the ram. Verse 16. And thou shalt slay the ram, and thou shalt take his blood and sprinkle it round about the altar.
So they would have killed this ram and put his blood around the altar. Go ahead.
Verse 17. And thou shalt cut the ram in pieces, and wash the inward of him and his legs, and put them in unto his pieces.
So now they're going to gut the ram. They're going to wash the inwards out of him, wash the legs with all that meat, put them in unto his pieces, and unto, go ahead.
And unto his head. Verse 18. And thou shalt burn the whole ram upon the altar.
So the Lord wanted you to prepare this ram, clean it, and get it ready, and then burn the whole thing on the altar. Go ahead.
It is a burnt offering unto the Lord.
Go ahead.
It is a sweet savior, an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
And that's what the burnt offering is. The burnt offering is an offering that you entirely burn. You burn entirely on the altar. The Lord likes the smell of it. The angels take the smell to the Most High, and he enjoys it. Now, because he enjoys it, we should damn well better do it, because he enjoys it. You understand? That's the burnt offering. And again, it is also to damn near show Aaron and his sons are repenting, and for the Lord to forgive them and prepare them for this job, this holy, holy, important job that they're about to undertake as priests of the Lord. Go ahead. With under fire by Lord. Go to Exodus 24:3. Now that's the sin offering and burnt offering, which is kind of the same thing. Once again, all the offering are for sin and to be forgiven. For this sacrifice, you've given this good, excellent animal to the Most High. You understand? And some of it the Lord wants you to burn, and some of it he wants you to cook and eat. And we're going to read about that. Go ahead.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 24 and verse 3.
And again, this is about to talk about the peace offering. Go ahead.
And Moses came and told the people all the words of the Lord and all the judgments. And all the people answered with one voice and said, all the words which the Lord have said we will do.
And the people understood. The Lord told Moses, tell them, don't do this, don't do that, be this, be that. And Moses went and told the people, and they said, come to the one come. We're going to obey the Most High. Go ahead.
Verse 4. And Moses wrote all the words of the Lord and rose up early in the morning and built it an altar under the hill.
And Moses built an altar. Go ahead.
And 12 pillars, according to the 12 tribes of Israel.
Come. And a lot of times, the Most High said, when you build in my altars, don't hew the stones. Don't put no tools to them, or it's going to defile the stones. Take the stones and just build my altar the way I tell you, because it's going to be holy. So Moses got 12 pillars and built this altar for the Lord. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And he sent young men of the children of Israel, which offered burnt offerings and sacrificed peace offerings.
So they would burn, they would prepare animals, clean them, get them right, and burn them on the altar for the Lord as a burnt offering. And what? Sacrifice what?
Peace offerings of oxen unto the Lord.
And sacrifice, meaning took their good animals, this good money-making animals, and they gave it to the Most High as a peace offering. Go ahead.
Verse 6. And Moses took half of the blood and put it in basins, and half of the blood he sprinkled on the altar.
So these are just different things the Lord wanted us to do. Now go to 29, Exodus 29 and 24. This one going to talk about wave offerings and heave offerings, and I'll explain those.
This is the book of Exodus.
So now his question so far, he said, sin offering, wave offering, which we're about to read about, peace offering, and burnt offering. All right. So all of them are pretty much very similar. You understand, but for different things. This is for peace. They offering this, Lord, give us peace. You understand? We want you to protect us. We want you not to hide your face from us and be with us always and give us peace. You understand? And they knew the Lord loved his burnt offerings. You understand? You take some of your good, your best of your animals, prepare it, clean it out, get it ready, and the Lord wants you to burn the whole thing on the altar. Go ahead.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 29 and verse
24.
24. And verse 24. And thou shalt put all in the hands of Aaron, and in the hands of his sons, and shall wave them for
again, this is pieces of the animal. This is pieces of the animal. He said, put all these things in Aaron's hand and in the hands of his son. Go ahead.
And shall wave them for a wave offering before the Lord.
And the Lord wanted them to take this sacrifice and wave it before the Lord. They praying and waving it before they put it on the altar. Go ahead.
Verse 25. And thou shalt receive them of their hands.
And then they're going to give it to you after they wave it. And that's all a wave offering is. It's one of the sacrifice, one of the offerings that they wave in honor of the Most High, giving it to him. And then they was to give it to Aaron, to Moses. Go ahead. And thou shalt receive them of their hands. Go ahead.
And burn them upon the altar for a burnt offering.
And then Moses was to burn them for a burnt offering. Go ahead.
For a sweet savior before the Lord.
Before a sweet savior. So all that smoke and all that burning going up to the Most High, and he loves it. Go ahead.
It is an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
Go ahead.
Verse 26. And thou shalt take the breast of the ram of Aaron's consecration.
So now, one of them was a ram of consecration. And the Lord said, take the breast meat of that ram. Go ahead.
And wave it for a wave offering before the Lord. And it shall be thy part.
And it shall be thy part, means this is for you. This breast meat is y'all going to have this. Go ahead.
Verse 27. And thou shalt sanctify the breast of the wave offering and the shoulder of the heave offering.
And the shoulders of the animal, man. All that good meat that Muhammad cut up for the Passover, that shoulder meat, that leg meat, the Lord said, take it and heave it, meaning lift it up. Heave means to lift it up or to lift it up, in other words. Go ahead. That's what a heave offering is. Something you offering to the Lord and showing, Lord, here it is. You lifting it up. That's what heave means. A heave offering. Go ahead.
Which is waved and which is heaved up.
Where we at? Ram off consecration and weight, shoulder. Okay, of the heave offering, which is waved. Go ahead. So they lifting it up. They waving it. Go ahead.
And which is heaved up. Of the ram of the consecration. Even of that which is for Aaron, and of that which is for his son.
Go ahead.
Verse 28. And it shall be Aaron's and his sons by a statute forever from the children of Israel.
Damn right. Go ahead.
For it is an heave offering, and it shall be for an heave offering from the children of Israel of the sacrifice of their peace offering, even their heave offering unto the Lord.
So Israel, we would bring offerings and sacrifice of our animals to the priest. You understand? So the Lord can forgive us for mistakes and sins and different things. And then the priest would take it and do these ceremonial sacrifices for us. You understand? Heaving the meat, waving the meat. You understand? Some of that meat was for the priest. I'm going to finish with this here. I'm going to show you now. A lot of it is fried. I ain't going to those verses, but a lot of this is the Lord said, mingle it with flour and oil. You know what I'm saying? Prepare this thing to be fried because the Lord liked the smell of that fried meat or that totally burnt meat. This is a time where the Lord had us stew the meat. Read Exodus 29 and 31.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 29 and verse 31.
But all of them are offerings to the Lord. All of them is for the Lord's protection and forgiveness, for him to give us peace. They're interchangeable, but different ways the Lord wanted the priest to handle it. Go ahead.
And thou shalt take the ram of the consecration and seethe his flesh in the holy place.
What does seethe mean? Who knows? Hey, bud.
To boil.
To boil. To boil. So in essence, you're making a stew. You're making a stew with the meat. Thou shalt take the ram of the consecration and seethe his flesh in the holy place. Go ahead.
Verse 32. And Aaron and his son shall eat the flesh of the ram.
I bet it was delicious. You know the Most High know it's good. You understand? And Aaron and his son shall eat the flesh of the ram. Go ahead.
And the bread that is
in curry is stew. Curry meat is stewed meat. Curry goat, curry lamb, whatever. Curry ox, whatever. Jerk, a lot of it. You know what I mean? You could stew jerk, man. Go ahead.
And the bread that is in the basket.
So to stew this meat up, to boil this meat, this flesh of the ram, and the bread that's in the basket, because when you read up, they prepared bread. They prepared certain bread, wheat bread, and different things. And the Lord said, roll that in oil. You understand? Go ahead.
By the door of the tabernacle of the congregation.
Uh-huh.
And they shall eat those things wherewith the atonement was made to consecrate and to sanctify them. But a stranger shall not eat thereof.
Go ahead.
Because they are holy.
Now listen, a stranger ain't to come eat with the priest and eat the same food that the priests are offering. You understand? They ain't supposed to do that because these things are holy. You understand? When you read around these same verses and chapters, you see the Lord said to wear this, put this on, put this mitre on, and sanctify thyself, or you'll die. You know what I'm saying? You had to come before the altar of the Lord, right? You understand? You can't come any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord said those holy garments were sanctified by him. They'd have passed them down to their children and their children's children and their children's children, because those garments are holy. You understand? And the wrong person wearing them, I feel sorry. You know what I'm saying? For what the Lord would do. So those are the different offerings, just examples of different things the Lord said how to offer them to him. That's why they got different names, sheathe and heave and sin offering, burnt offerings. They're all to the Most High. They're all sacrifices to the Most High for forgiveness and protection and love, and to show our Lord our commitment to him. You take your best animals, your money makers, the one that will bring good fortune and life to you. You got the best animals, boy. You living good. It's like being rich today. Today, this is a monetary society. Most of us don't have farms because they push us in cities and they turn, value into dollar bills and coins. Imagine if you got a ton of money and you got to bring before the Lord $1 million, every month or every so often, every year. You got to come with the best of what you got, you understand, and give it to the priest. So with that, I'm gonna go to the next point. This isn't a question so much. This is I'm gonna touch on some brotherhood and sisterhood in the ISUPK. You understand? I'm gonna go in this this thing I'm about to talk about, this brotherhood and sisterhood, most of you know that this is our foundation. This is the foundation of the ISUPK. This is the foundation of everything that the Most High laid down, that Christ taught about. You understand? That this is our bedrock. You understand? But there seems to always maybe be a few, every few years, there may be a few brothers, a few sisters that don't put this in them the right way. You understand? They can't quite get this, but this, getting this inside of you is life or death. You understand? Because the scriptures say, scriptures say, of course, if the sword comes, to warn them, or else their blood will be upon us. And I want to warn every brother and sister in the ISUPK. I want to warn you to be aware of this because you are also watchmen. And if this is you, I want to doubly warn you that you're playing with your life. You understand? Because since 1969, these scriptures, and we've been teaching these scriptures on how to get this inside of you. You understand? You know what I'm saying? We've been doing this since 1969, and I done seen men come and go, and I done seen brothers who can't quite get this in them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of brothers and sisters, for some reason, it's difficult to follow Yahweh Shai. You understand? Like Christ didn't say, I hear Christians say this, but rarely do I hear anybody in the ISUPK, they say you can't help nobody unless you help yourself first. Well, that's not in the scriptures. You understand? Scriptures say, love your brother as yourself. You understand? You're supposed to love your brothers and sisters the way you want to be loved. Treat them the way you want to be treated. Deal with them the way you want to be dealt with. You understand? But I know every now and then, once again, a brother or sister may come in here holding on to some lust or some old nonsense that they got in their brain. They come in here and with the old man, and they ain't ready to get rid of the old man, and they not even working on getting in the old man. But if you that type of person in here, and you're not getting rid of that old person, and you ain't trying to become new in here, we gonna see you, man. Eventually, it's gonna come out. Listen, listen. I'm gonna tell you what's more likely to happen. More than the captains and the generals seeing you, some young brother under you gonna see it. Some young man gonna come in brand new, like, man, I'm in the truth of the Lord with the Most High. I've seen those classes, man. These are the prophets of God. They're gonna see you. They're gonna say, hold up, this brother, he's kind of different. he ain't what I've seen on the videos. He don't act like the generals act. He don't say the things that the generals. He a little different. And they're gonna tolerate it for a while because they knew. And they not sure. They wondering why this is going on. Are they thinking wrong? Is something wrong with them? But then as they learn and as they go to class, they're gonna learn that they got to bring you up on charges. And you're gonna have some young man saying you did this and you did that and you did that, and you're gonna be embarrassed because we're gonna bring the wrath of the Most High on you. You understand? We're gonna bring it on you. Trust and believe. You understand? If you don't change or try to change or fight to change, it's going to be very difficult for you to survive in here. You understand? Our King Christ, who you're supposed to follow, he talked about 2 great commandments. You understand? You better put that inside of you. You understand? You come in here and you don't treat your brother and sister like you want to be treated, that's going to be a violation in here. You understand? Our King said, go to him and he and thee alone. You understand? And if he don't agree that he's offended you, there's no, I just left it alone because he's my brother. There's no, he's my Adawan, so I didn't bother with it no more. If you do that, you are in violation against Christ. If you say, well, he my brother, so I just dropped it, that's a sin. You in violation of Yahweh Shai and what he laid down. He said, if the brother don't hear you, and I know General brought it out, and brothers have brought it out before, hearing you is one thing. You right, brother. Salakia, I'm sorry. It won't happen again. That's what hearing you is. Hearing you is a sister saying, Salakia, you right. I apologize. It won't happen again. That's it. That's hearing you. Anything other than that. Anything. Well, no. See, this is what happened. He ain't hearing you. Stop it. Stop. Whatever you about to say, don't say it. You can say it before the council. You got to go to council. That's what your king ordered. That's what he commanded you. Anything else is a violation, is a sin. You understand? And the excuse I hear when brothers don't follow Christ or sisters don't follow Christ, for some reason, they say, I was playing. Well, I was just playing with the brother. Well, I was just joking with the brother. You understand? Joking and playing is not a reason to disobey the Most High in Christ. You understand? It's not an excuse. We don't play with this brotherhood in this school. We don't play with this sisterhood in this school. We don't play with it. It's not a game to us. And the scripture said, when I was a child, I acted as a child. I might be paraphrasing, but when I became a man, I put away childish things. God damn it, if you come in here playing with this brotherhood, which is our foundation, which is what we live and die on, this brotherhood, this family, if you come in here playing with that, we are not going to play with you. It's going to be utterly terrible for you. I warn you now out of love. I warn you because I am a watchman. You understand? And I warn you, if you come in here playing with the brotherhood or the sisterhood, I don't know what Christian Israelite group you come out of. I don't know what church you come out of. But if you don't lose all of that shit and you play with this school and play with this brotherhood and sisterhood in here, you are going to get nothing but fire from us. You are going to get the tip of the sword from these priests and prophets in here, especially me. And it's coming from the Most High in Christ. You understand? You are going to, don't do it. So I warn all of you out of love. Do not play with this brotherhood in here. Don't play with the sisterhood. This is not the church. If you want to be a jokester, if you want to have fun and play and be a child, do that in church. They playing all the time in church. These Christian Israelites, they got fringes on their t-shirts and Adidas sneakers, man. Talking about thus saith the Lord with American haircuts, man. That's who you play with. Go play with them. Join them. Go put on a purple shirt, man. And you can play all you want. But the ISUBK, this ain't the place to play with brotherhood. We don't play with sisterhood. Watch your goddamn mouth when you speak to these brothers, man. Don't speak to them like you some nigga off the corner, man. Don't speak to these sisters like you some Jake out of the world. Or you will be handled in a way that you might not like. How dare you? You want to treat a brother like he anything less than a man? We're going to show you all the bitch in you. And you can put that in the bank. That's money in the bank. We're going to bring all the bitch out of you. And if you willing, we'll rebuild you into a man. You understand? But it won't be nice for you. So I just want to say that. With that, I'm going to bring these few scriptures out for the last bit of the show. Give me Matthew 22 and 36.
Shalom Khan. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 22 and verse 36. Master, which is the great commandment in the law?
This is the disciples asked our king, what's the two best commandments, Lord? What's the greatest commandment? Go ahead.
Verse 37. Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart.
And this is what Yahushua said. He said, Thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart. Go ahead.
And with all thy soul.
With all of thy soul. Go ahead.
And with all thy mind.
With all of thy mind. In essence, give him all. Love the Lord with everything. Love the Most High with everything. All of your heart, all of your brain power, everything in your spirit, man. Love the Most High, man. And the Lord said, this is love, that ye keep my commandments. You meaning this. Do what I say, and I know you love me. That's it. Just do what I say. Follow my orders, and I'll know you love me. And Christ said, loving him with all you got. Go ahead.
Verse 38. This is the first and great commandment.
This is the first and greatest commandment. This is the greatest commandment. Because if you do this, hell, your basis is covered. Because everything the Most High said, you're going to obey. Why? Because you love him. That's why. That's why those elders throw them crowns, man, and praise him all day, because they love the Most High. That's why them beasts praise him all day, because he loved the Most High, man. We follow the Most High and obey him, and we obey our king because we love them. We love our king for what he did for us, man, giving us a second chance to rule and not be oppressed. So we love our king, man. Read.
Verse 39. And the second is like unto it.
Now that's the first and great commandment, but there's one more you can't forget about. The second is just like the first. Read.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Just like you're supposed to love the Most High with all your heart, your soul, your mind, your everything. You better love your neighbor, which is your brother. Leviticus 19 proves that your neighbor is your brother, your people, Israelites. Christ said the second greatest commandment is loving your neighbor as yourself. Now, would any man honestly like for another man to call him a bitch? Call him a sucker? Huh? Call him feminine or a woman? No, that ain't what no brother should get. That ain't what no brother wants another man to call him. So you damn well better not be calling a brother a sucker or a punk or a woman or a bitch or none of that. I better not ever hear that. And you sisters better not be calling each other hoes and bitches and tramps and all that mess. This ain't goddamn loving hip hop. This ain't your basketball wives. This sisterhood is not to be played with. You like fun and games and toys, go to goddamn church, man. Thou shalt love thy neighbor, aka brother or sister, as what?
Thyself.
As yourself. Treat them how you want to be treated. Read.
Verse 40. On these two commandments.
On these two commandments alone. Go ahead.
Hang all the law and the prophets.
You follow these two commandments, you are following every law in the Bible. You ain't gonna miss no law. You're not gonna eat pork. Why? Because you love the Most High with all your heart, soul, and mind. And he said not to eat it. You love your king for dying for us and giving us grace for the times we did eat pork and sin and sell drugs and do horrible things. You love him enough to never do those things again, man. You love him enough to never do those things again. That is our foundation. This is our brotherhood and sisterhood, and this is what keeps us strong in the ISUPK, and nobody better not fuck with it. Nobody. Matthew 18 and 15.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18 and verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
And listen, y'all got to understand that this is an order. This is an order. There's no playing. There's no thinking about it. If a brother do something and you are offended, you are ordered to go to him, he and thee alone. There's no working it out in your own stupid brain. There's no, well, let me go home and think about it and see, how I should do this. Man, I'm going to talk to officer so-and-so. I ain't going to say no names, but I'm going to just tell him about a scenario and ask him what will he do. You out of order. You in violation. You are ordered, if you are offended by a brother, to go to him, he and thee alone, and tell him his fault, man. Tell him about it. If you are offended. You understand? Now, if you go to, what's the next line? You go to he and thee alone. Go ahead.
If he shall hear thee.
If what?
He shall hear thee.
And this is what I brought out early. If he shall hear thee. And this is hear me. Hear me is you're right, Salakia. I'm sorry, it won't happen again. Or in any order. Oh, Salakia, it won't happen again. It won't happen again, Salakia. You're right. I apologize. It could be in whatever order you want, but it got to be that. I'm sorry. You are correct. It won't happen again. It got to be that. And then it better not happen again. You understand? It can't happen again. Because if it happens again, then he didn't hear you the first time. And if it happens again, there is no going to he and thee alone because you already did that. Now he's not hearing you. Now it has to be a counsel that is an order from Christ. It's an order. You go to he and thee alone, if he tried to show you why he did that and how, it's not enough. No, you shouldn't be mad. I did that because you stop. Salaki, sir. But I'm under orders from Christ and the priest of the ISUPK to bring this to council. And whatever you're about to say, you can explain it to the council and we'll work it out because I value our brotherhood. And rather than you say something and we going back and forth, we are ordered not to do that. We are ordered to go before the council and let them work it out because they are neutral. You understand? You're about to give me your side. I didn't give you my side. That's against the orders. We breaking protocol. We breaking Christ's orders by you giving me your side. You understand? There is only one side in the he and the alone. I'm offended because you did this and that and the other thing. That's the only side. And either he hear you by apologizing, saying it won't happen again, Salakia, you're right. Either he does that or anything else is not hearing you. You understand? Then it goes to the council. Those are orders. That's my point. My point is those are orders. This is nothing you can't even work it out in your brain because it's illegal. You can't do it. You understand? And you're going to piss off the spirit of the Most High in Christ. Don't do it. Go to he and the alone. If there's no apology, if he doesn't say you're right, then you have to go to council. Stop the talking. No more working it out. No more talking. Take it to council. Council is not a horrible thing if you're trying to be right. Council is not a bad thing if you're trying to mend your brotherhood. Even if you're wrong, it's not a bad thing if you're trying to mend the brotherhood. You know how many people that came to council and was totally wrong. But in the council, we see that this brother was wrong, but he trying to get right. He's sorry for what he did. He realizes his mistake now. And that's better and stronger than you trying to get away with things and get around the council and never getting fixed, man. You understand? Go to Matthew 18 and 7.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18 and verse 7.
Because matter of fact, read on to 15. Stop.
Thou hast gained thy brother.
Now, if you go to him and he apologizes, you're right. Salaki says, you're right. You gained your brother or you've gained your sister, man. Go ahead.
Verse 16. But if he will not hear thee.
If he says anything other than you're right, Salakia, anything other than that, he's not hearing you. And if he will not hear you, what's the orders from Christ?
Then take with thee one or two more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established.
That's an order. Anything other than Salakia, you're right. I apologize. He's not hearing you. And if he's not hearing you, you got to take him to council so there can be neutral witnesses. They can hear both sides and give a fair and righteous and biblical judgment to who's right or wrong. Go ahead.
Verse 17. And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church.
Now, this rarely gets here, but it has gotten here before. It rarely gets here, but after the council, if you say the council is wrong, y'all full of shit, council. You generals are on his side. I see him working with you all the time, General Mayat. I see him with you all the time. That's why you're on his side, General Mayat. All you generals is crazy. He was wrong for it. I don't care what nobody says. Now it goes before the school. Now there is a major council, and the issue goes before the congregation. Go ahead.
But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as an heathen man.
Now, whatever the school decides, whatever the council or the Most High decides, if you don't agree with that, this council, this whole school is full of BS. Let him be what?
Unto thee as an heathen man.
You will be an Edomite to us. Read.
And a publican.
And a publican. You will be an Edomite, nasty, disgusting bastard sinner, and you will be escorted expeditiously out of our school. You will be expedited out of our school. You understand? To do whatever the hell you want. We'll be rid of you. You understand? Now go to 7.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18 and verse 7. Woe unto the world because of offenses.
Woe unto the world, meaning destruction is coming to America because of offenses, man. Because everybody want to do what the hell they want to do. They want to play too goddamn much. They don't want to have no brotherhood and sisterhood. They don't want to follow the orders of our king, man. Go ahead.
Or it must needs be that offenses come.
And it gotta happen. Why does it gotta happen? Who could tell me? Who could tell me why it gotta happen? Offenses they have to happen. Because of where you at. Because of the kingdom we living in. This kingdom is an offensive kingdom, man. All we learn is to offend each other. We're breeded on how to offend each other. Growing up in the hood, you know, kids, we learn to bust on each other. What they got a new name for it now. We used to call it busting on each other, ranking on each other. Oh man, I heard the kids. Yeah, they still doing it. It's a word they call it though nowadays. They oh man, what is it when they had a roast? Roast. That's one of them. I did hear kids say, "Oh, he roasted you. He roasted you." And there's a couple names for it. We grow up learning how to offend each other for fun, for pleasure. We grow up trying to offend each other. Why? Because this is Satan's kingdom, man. And so our babies learn how to offend because this is Satan's kingdom. Mothers teaching their little babies still in diapers how to twerk their ass in diapers. And the baby is learning it. She's twerking, hand on the ground, bent over, full out twerk. And the mother just giggling. She's so proud. She's so proud how she got her daughter on the road to be a full out whore and a nasty trick. You understand? Offenses got to come because we live in a sinful, offensive kingdom, man. So it got to happen. It's only natural that it happens in this place. Go ahead.
But woe to that man by whom the offense cometh.
But destruction is coming to the person that's offensive. Destruction is going to come to the person who offends, man. Offenses got to happen here. We in America. But guess what? In the ISUPK, we are above America. We rise above America. We don't get caught up with the teachings of this place. All them things you learned when you was a child, you better throw them away. Throw them away when you come through these doors. Throw them away and learn to become new. Out here in these streets, they human. It's natural that they do these things, that they offend each other. In the ISUPK, we are superhuman. We are supernatural. And we don't offend each other. You understand why? Because we love this brotherhood more than anybody. More than anything, we love this sisterhood. And we won't have it no other way. And we all going to protect it. From the youngest to the eldest of us, man. From the general to the trooper, we going to protect this brotherhood and sisterhood. You sisters better get on your goddamn jobs too. And you better protect this family. And don't let no sister be a bitch in this school, spreading poison and being against the sisterhood. You better report her to your captains. And you captains better bring it to us so we can get her the fuck out of here. Let that bitch go to church if she want to be one. But again, I know the daughters of the ISUPK. I've seen you and seen your great works. And I know you are excellent. And all of you will not let no bitch spirit come up in here and try to destroy this family. With that, I'm going to say shalom. Did you want to bring anything out, Yediah? Ibad? Y'all want to bring anything out? No sweat, no sweat. Fire weekend in about 2 weeks. Get your ticket, get your hotel, man. See y'all there, and I'll see you next week. Actually, the prophets. Shalom.
Hey, I'm just following orders. Let me get one of those slow motion pictures, bro. One of the slow motion pictures.
You gotta shoot at 60 frames per second.
Come on,
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move it cautious. As if they make the wrong move it cautious. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. I'm on my way. Coming up, I'm about to vote. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army.
I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. Shorty like that, man, you cut up. Nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. That's why I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'ma lead by example. Ooh, Kimo Sabe got this bitch off the hand. Got the juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the salt. It ain't rap, it's assault. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move and coach shit.
One West, one West, one West, one West, one West.
Coming up on my I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settling? See, you locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's One West. You can check the residency. I reside with soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause it's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on this beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum, red rum, red rum. Got you fuckers scared some. Get the banging on this beat till my fucking head numb. Black Glock, red drum, black and yellow air ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. They was doing a lot of talking. Now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit. Lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third. Lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all stepping. Kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, but you doing life. These hands are rude GPS. A mean right. That's mean right. We build different, you know the vibes. And we stamped it authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a kind. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowing by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with Cap again. Yeah, they say they want smoke until we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym. They say they wanna hit that raw shit.